All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Redskins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get to the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and inches, Gilbert. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Gilbert dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Down. 91. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Throwing on first down. Gilbert. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip.
Set. 30 base. Hey, 2.
Off play action. Gilbert. They'll buy some time right. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Hurry, hurry.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Go. Check. Go. 5.
Now it's Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Let's go, D.
They run for it with Breida. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matt Breida, touchdown number 22 on the season. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing. Check, check.
It's Geis on the counter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Ram 16. On 3rd down, Vance. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Gilbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
50 seconds to move.
Third down. Here's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Gilbert. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On 1st and 10, Gilbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Strip that ball. Hey, high 7, 5.
On 3rd down, Gilbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Haskins gets him up to the line as quick as he can. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Haskins will throw, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Gilbert. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes
and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw, Haskins. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This is Breida with a juke. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in run.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
That's how we do
So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gilbert. It's complete. It's Miller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Gilbert. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Greystone, travel. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Gilbert. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
X3, 218, chop.
Gilbert. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now Haskins on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up the third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Off play action. Gilbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Another try after the first down sack. Gilbert, room to run past midfield.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
On first down, Gilbert. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Breida. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Go. 59. Go. Alert.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Gilbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Gilbert forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, Gilbert. And that will be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Here's Haskins. From the left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. He'll look to throw. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. The final score now from Oakland. The Raiders have moved back in front in that game. That has been back and forth all afternoon. Derek Carr, 2 touchdown passes in the W. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by a field goal, a little over 40 seconds to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. They'll start on the ground with Breida. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They run again with Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, two. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Quick shot. Ready?
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Check 55 for Mike. Check 55 for Mike. Defense.
Operating from the gun. Gilbert, he's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
Wide, get wide. 80 weapons. Snap.
Off the play fake. Gilbert. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Check. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Back to throw. Gilbert rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They run with Breida. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they will hit the road next